What's up, Taiwan? I'm Jaime Ocon with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Starting off in local news, Taiwan's unemployment rate has dropped to its lowest level in almost a year. Just over 3.6% of workers were looking for a job in November, the lowest in 10 months. More than 20,000 people found work, mostly in the service sector. Officials expect those companies to keep hiring during the holiday season. Taiwan's bird flu outbreak is worsening. Agricultural officials have now confirmed H5N1 infections at 6 poultry farms, from Yilan in the northeast to Kaohsiung in the south. Bird flu has become widespread across the world this winter. Over 16 million birds have been culled globally, and that's 70% higher than last year. Taiwan's agricultural officials are working to keep the outbreak from spreading further, particularly to egg producers. Pharmacies in Taiwan soon need to ration cold medication. That's according to the country's health authorities. A major outbreak of COVID-19 in China has seen Taiwanese buying up supplies to send to people across the strait. The southern city of Kaohsiung reported a noticeable rise in the number of packages sent to China this week. At least one pharmacy chain has already limited how much cold medicine each customer can buy, and the government says it may institute its own rationing system.
实在是非常严重的话，那再进一步是不是考虑用实名制的方式，用暂时性的实名制，暂时性的实名制来做这个相关的管制。
The United States Congress has passed a bill authorizing $2 billion to go towards Taiwan's defense, but this will be in the form of loans, not grants, which have been previously promised. Rick Lauer has more.
Speaking highly of an important ally. This week, Taiwan reiterated the close bond between the island nation and the United States. Relations between the two countries have grown closer in the face of increasing hostility from neighboring China.
第一个，拜登政府对台湾的安全承诺，仍然坚若磐石。拜登政府在过去1年之内7度宣布对台军售，落实军售常态化。那军售的价值约总共有28亿6600万美元。
But this week saw the crucial friendship hit a rocky patch when promises of a military spending grant failed to materialize. It was hoped that the US would provide funds to help Taiwan deter an attack from China, which claims the country as its own and has upped threats to take by force. When the US passed its 2023 Defense Authorization Act earlier this month, it included a significant grant for Taiwan. They voted on spending $2 billion towards bolstering Taiwan's defensive capabilities, an amount that would be renewed annually over the next 5 years. But a vote in Congress earlier this week reversed the suggestion of giving Taiwan money and decided that the grants should be changed to loans. Taiwan's foreign ministry said it would continue the conversation with its US counterparts. US lawmakers backing the grants claimed the Biden administration had not prioritized Taiwan, and experts say the provisions were a victim of behind-the-scenes political wrangling in Washington.
台湾呢，显然对美国来说重要性还没有高过这2国的，不是说美国故意杀我们，而是他自己内部有困难。我觉得应该这样理解。
As tensions with China rise, both Taiwan and the US continue to tout their rock-solid relationship. But this change in Washington is a reminder that any support is still at the whims of domestic politics. Kamashu and Rick Lauert for TaiwanPlus.
A funeral has been held in Thailand for 6 sailors who died when their warship sank in stormy weather. Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha attended the ceremony after visiting survivors in a hospital. Their ship capsized and sank in the Gulf of Thailand on Sunday night with 105 people on board. Prayut and the Navy have been criticized for the accident as the ship did not have enough life jackets because it was carrying passengers as well as its normal crew. A cold front is approaching Taiwan and just in time for Christmas. The Central Weather Bureau says temperatures in Taipei and the north of the country could drop as low as 6 degrees Celsius this holiday weekend. Forecasters also expect occasional showers. In central and southern Taiwan, daytime temperatures should reach the high teens, but the weather will gradually warm up again next week, topping out in the mid-20s by next Friday. With Christmas just around the corner, families are preparing to dig into big holiday feasts. But along with all the turkey, mashed potatoes, and cranberry sauce, they may also be eating tiny pieces of plastic. Our reporter Sandy Chi explains.
slicing up a roast chicken and getting ready for a nice Christmas dinner. This is how many families celebrate the holidays. But while they're chowing down, they may also be eating almost 250,000 pieces of microplastic. That's what researchers in England discovered after cooking 2 identical roast chicken dinners. One had all the ingredients come in plastic packaging, and the other had no plastic wrapping.
So we found about 55,000 particles in the non-wrapped dinner and about 230,000 in the wrapped dinner.
Cooking the food in its packaging obviously increases the amount of microplastic that ends up on your plate. But even food with the plastic packaging removed still contains quite a high amount.
If you were eating an equivalent wrapped dinner every day for a year, you'd be eating about 10 grams of plastic. That's the equivalent of 2 of these a year.
Imagining 2 plastic bags in your system is scary. But so far, research suggests it's not dangerous.
None of us want to have large quantities of plastic eating in the food, but whether that is causing any health harm, it's too early to say.
Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a microplastic-free food now, I think. That's because there's so many microplastics in the air and in the soil. But also if you look at the agriculture, the plasticulture, which is the amount of plastic that goes into our farmlands, there are huge concentrations of microplastics in our soils. In fact, more than there is in the ocean.
Global plastic production is expected to double within 20 years. Researchers strongly suggest reducing plastic as much as possible, unless you enjoy a bit of microplastic seasoning in your food. Leon Lian and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Now for a more cheerful Christmas story. A store specializing in tiny dollhouses in New York City is busy with the holiday season. Hundreds of different miniatures are on sale there. Yvonne Yang takes a look.
Getting ready for Christmas. This is the Tiny Doll House. As its name implies, it sells tiny doll houses. Inside are hundreds of different miniatures, ranging from collector's items to things fit for beginners.
Dogs are $9. Some of the cats are $3.50. We have merchandise varying from $3 all the way up.
Take this doll house for example. It starts at $600 and comes unpainted and without any decorations. If you want the works, like full lighting, it can go all the way up to $4,600. The shop mostly imports doll houses from England, but they also make their own downstairs. Edelman got started 30 years ago when he made a dollhouse for his niece.
It was a hobby that I absolutely fell in love with, and the next thing I knew, it became a store.
This customer is browsing for a Christmas gift.
To find a dollhouse for my 4-year-old daughter. She's turning 4, so she loves playing with houses. I thought it'd be fun for her. An investment in happiness for my daughter.
The physical tiny dollhouse store was closed when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, but Edelman found that online demand for miniatures shot up.
I think during the pandemic, when people were locked down, it gave them more of a sense of home and being at home. And so therefore, I think that the idea of a dollhouse or a little pastry shop or a whatever became more of a realization of their ideas and wanting to do something while they were stuck at home.
While people are free to leave the house again, that feeling of home can still be found in these tiny doll houses this holiday season. Asnaya Zhou, Irene Wu, and Yvonne Yang for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with the images of Santa Claus's workshop in Finland. I'm Jaime Ocon. Take care and happy holidays.